안녕하세요. Welcome back to Korean Saturday School. Today is week 6, May 15 of the New York 초대 한국 문화학교. Everybody welcome or welcome back. 환영합니다. My name is Sarang Kim or 김사랑 선생님, and I am in charge of the 진달래반. Okay, so it's another week of our lesson and let's get right into it. So if you guys all have this book, please take it out. Today's lesson is found on pages 56 through 65. So let's open our book. And our lesson title is 친구 집에서 장난감 배를 만들어요. Okay? And the first page should look something like this. Okay, if we all have it open, let's go straight into it. So the title once again was 친구 집에서 장난감 배를 만들어요. Okay, that directly translates to I make a toy boat at my friend's house. Okay, so let's read the dialogue on the bottom. It should be in green. So the boy says, 오늘 뭘 해요? And the girl answers, 친구 집에 가요. So 오늘 뭘 해요 means what are you doing today? And then the girl answers, 친구 집에 가요. I am going to my friend's house. 친구 집 is friend's house. And then he asks again, 친구 집에서 뭘 해요? What will you do at your friend's house? And then the girl answers, 장난감 배를 만들어요. I will make a toy boat. Okay, so in today's lesson, we're going to learn how to describe what we're doing and how to ask what somebody is doing. And also we're going to learn where they do it. Okay, so you'll see what I mean if you go to the next page. So page 57, it should look something like this. Now it says 배워봐요 on the top. And then this is going to be our vocabulary for this lesson. So let's see what we have. So on the first picture on the left, we see 동물원. 동물원. 동물원 means zoo. So it is a zoo with animals. And then next to that, we see 빵 가게. 빵 가게 means bakery. 빵 specifically means bread. So, and a 가게 means store. So a store that sells bread is a bakery. Beneath that, on the left, we see 옷가게. Now realize it says the word 가게 again. So 가게 means store, and then 옷 means clothes. So it is a clothing store, okay? 옷가게. And then next to that, we see 꽃집. 꽃집 means it's a flower store. And then beneath that, you realize how there's a word in parentheses. So the word in parentheses I wrote right here. So it says 주스를, and then next to that it says 사요. Now juice means juice. It's the same thing. And then 사요 means buy. Okay? So the direct translation I wrote on the bottom. So 주스를 is juice, and then 사요 is buy. So that means I buy a juice. And then next to that, in the parentheses, it says 장난감 배를. 장난감 배 is toy boat. Remember we had the 장난감 lesson? I think that was, let's see. It was lesson number 4. 장난감 기차가 있어요. And then we learned different types of toys. But this time they're making a toy boat. So 장난감 배를, that means we make a toy boat. 만들어요. 만들어요 means make. Okay? So if you guys have a piece of paper, or specifically in this envelope, if you received it, there are some papers that I put in that you can use. Use it as you will. You can use any paper that I put in there. You can use, let's see. You can use this one. Or you guys can use the diary one. I'm pretty sure we did one of these in the other lessons, but if you have an extra, you can use this as your notes, okay? Okay, Okay, so that's all the vocabulary. Make sure to copy it down, get familiar with it, memorize it if you can. And then let's move on. So let's see. If we go to the next page, which is page 58, it should look something like this. So once again, it's some dialogue. Let's practice speaking. So let's see what it says. The boy is asking, 동생은 방에서 뭘 해요? What is your younger sibling doing in his room? Now, I'm pretty sure we learned what 동생 meant. 동생 means younger sibling. And then it says 동생은 방에서 뭘 해요? What is your younger sibling doing in his room? And she answers, 그림을 그려요. He is drawing. Okay. And then beneath that, we see a mom and her son having a conversation, and the mom asks, 어디에서 자전거를 타요? 어디에서, it means where. So, where do you ride your bike? 어디에서 자전거를 타요? And then he answers, 공원에서 자전거를 타요. I ride my bike at the park. Okay, so realize how one person is asking what they're doing and also where they're doing it. Okay, so let's go on to the next page. This is page 59, and let's see what it has. So it says 연습해요. 연결해 보세요. Okay, so let's see the first picture. Now we see a girl and she is riding the bike at a park. So let's see which line accurately describes what she's doing in the picture. So the first one says 방에서 책을 읽어요. That is not right. And then the next one, 교실에서 공부를 해요. That's also not right. 공원에서 자전거를 타요. This is correct. 공원에서. So it's saying at the park. 자전거를 타요. She rides the bike. Okay, so just draw a line like that. 공원에서 자전거를 타요. Okay, and then number 2, let's see. We see a boy. I think this is Minsu. He comes out a lot. He is swimming in the swimming pool. So let's see. So the first one was 방에서 책을 읽어요. Nope. 교실에서 공부를 해요. Nope. We already did the third one. And then it's 동물원에서 코끼리를 봐요. Nope. 수영장에서 수영을 해요. This is correct. 수영장에서, so saying at the swimming pool. 수영을 해요. I am swimming. Okay. Now the third one, we see a good old boy. He is reading a book. Okay. Or he's either reading or studying. Let's see which one it is. So first one, 방에서 책을 읽어요. I think that's correct. He is reading a book in his room. Yeah, 방에서, that means in his room. 책을 읽어요. He's reading a book. All right, number 4, we see Minsu again, but this time he is studying. He is at school studying. So let's see. We have the second one and the third one left. So let's see the second one. It says 교실에서 공부를 해요. And this is correct because 교실에서 means at school or in the classroom. And then 공부를 해요. He is studying or I am studying. Okay, so 교실에서 공부를 해요. All right, number 5. This is kind of obvious, but we'll still go over it. So there is a girl. She is probably at the zoo because she is looking at an elephant. So that's going to be 동물원에서 코끼리를 봐요. So realize how all of them start with the location and then the action. So 동물원에서, that means at the zoo. 코끼리를 봐요. She sees an elephant. Okay? Okay, so make sure you guys have all these answers. Write it in your book. Make sure everything is correct, and then we'll go straight to the next page. So this is page 60. It might look a little different on my screen because I individually cropped the page so I can fit it, but it's the same thing. So it says 어디에서 뭘 해요? 써보세요. Okay, so number 1, we see a boy, and it looks like he is looking at different beverages. Okay, so the girl is gonna ask, 어디에서 주스를 사요? So she's asking, where do you buy juice? And then we're gonna fill in the place. So it's blank, 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 주스를 사요. So where would you buy juice? So we would say at a store. We have to go to a store. So how would we say that? We would say 가게에서, because the question is 어디에서, from where. So we're going to say from the store. That's how we're going to answer the question. So 어디에서 주스를 사요? So we're going to say 가게. 가게 means store. So we're going to say 가게에서 주스를 사요. 가게에서 주스를 사요. Okay. Number 2, we see 민수 swimming, but she's gonna ask, 어디에서 수영을 해요? Where do you swim? 어디에서? Okay. So we're gonna say at the swimming pool. So we're gonna say 수영장에서 수영을 해요. 수영장에서 수영을 해요. That means he swims at the swimming pool. Okay, and then number 3, we see a girl, she's jump roping, so she's exercising at the park. So the boy's gonna ask, 어디에서 운동을 해요? And then she's gonna answer, 공원에서 운동을 해요. So she's at the park, so we're gonna say 공원에서. 공원에서. Okay? Make sure to write all of these answers. And then let's move on. So this one is a little another verbal exercise. Just get familiar with how to speak and ask questions. So it says 이야기해요. 어디에서 뭘 해요? 이야기해 보세요. So where do you do what? So let's look at the example they give us on the top in this box right here. So this girl's gonna ask, 어디에서 책을 읽어요? 어디에서 책을 읽어요? Where do you read? Boy answers, 교실에서 책을 읽어요. Now he's saying, I read the book in the classroom. Okay? So let's look at the other examples they give us, but this time we have to figure out what it is. Although I have it written on the screen, let's still go over each of them. So the first one, we see a girl and she is drawing. So we're going to ask the question, where is she doing what she's doing? So 어디에서 그림을 그려요? Where is she drawing a picture? And then we're going to answer, she's in her room. So we're going to say 방에서 그림을 그려요. 방에서. Okay? So the question is always 어디에서? And then we're going to answer 방에서. Okay? Now let's look at the second picture on the right where Minsu is buying bread. So we're going to ask the question, where are you buying bread? So we're going to say 어디에서? That means where do you buy bread? 어디에서 빵을 먹어요? Or, okay. So in this case, we're going to ask where he's eating bread, not where he's buying bread. Okay? So 어디에서 빵을 먹어요? Where do you eat 빵? Or where do you eat bread? And then we're going to answer, we eat bread at the bakery. So we're going to say 빵 가게에서 먹어요. We eat at the bakery. Last picture, we see a girl staring at a bear that's standing on his 2 legs. So we're going to say, where do you see the bear? 어디에서 곰을 봐요? Where do you see bears? We're going to say we see bears at the zoo. Hopefully, we only see bears at the zoo, not in front of our house. So we're going to say 동물원에서 봐요. That means we see it at the zoo. Okay? So this is a little practice. Get familiar with these kind of questions and how to answer them. And let's go to the next page. Next page is page 62. It says 들어봐요. Okay, this is the listening portion of the test where you guys have to pay attention to what I say and answer according to what you hear. Okay? So I'm going to read and you guys are going to listen. Okay, I will repeat everything twice. So let's see the first one, okay? Listen carefully. Number 1. 방에서 뭘 해요? 방에서 텔레비전을 봐요. One more time. 방에서 뭘 해요? 방에서 텔레비전을 봐요. Okay? So circle the correct answer. Now let's do number 2. 어디에서 자전거를 타요? 공원에서 자전거를 타요. One more time. 어디에서 자전거를 타요? 공원에서 자전거를 타요. Number 3. 부엌에서 뭘 해요? 부엌에서 주스를 마셔요. One more time. 부엌에서 뭘 해요? 부엌에서 주스를 마셔요. Okay, last one, number 4. 어디에서 불고기를 먹어요? 집에서 먹어요. One more time. 어디에서 불고기를 먹어요? 집에서 먹어요. Okay, if you're done, let's go over the answers. Okay, so once again, in our handy dandy folder, you should see the 칭찬나무 and some stickers. For every question you get right, you get a sticker. Okay, so let's go over it. The first one was 방에서 뭘 해요? What do you do in your room? The answer was 방에서 텔레비전을 봐요. That means I watch TV in my room, which is this picture. So we're going to put a 동그라미. We're going to put a circle there. Okay? Second one was 어디에서 자전거를 타요? Where do you ride your bike? It says 공원에서 자전거를 타요. 공원에서, that's at the park. So we're going to circle this one, at the park. Number 3, 부엌에서 뭘 해요? What are you doing in the kitchen? And then the answer was 부엌에서 주스를 마셔요. 주스를 마셔요. Okay? So let's see. The first picture, she's drinking orange juice. Second picture, she's eating something. Third picture, she's drinking water. So in this case, it says 부엌에서 주스를 마셔요. That means she's drinking juice, which is this first picture. Okay, last one. 어디에서 불고기를 먹어요? Where do you eat 불고기? Okay, 불고기 is a type of marinated beef. It's a Korean dish. Very good. Let's see. And the answer was, the question was 어디에서 불고기를 먹어요? Where do you eat 불고기? And the answer was 집에서 먹어요. 집. 집 means home. That means I eat it at home. So which picture is he at home? First one, he's at a restaurant. Second one, he's at home. Third one, he's at a store. So we're going to circle the second one. He eats bulgogi at home. Okay, these are the correct answers. If you got all of them right, amazing job. Give yourself 4 stickers on your 칭찬나무. Okay, now let's go to the next page. Next page, we're on page 63 and it says 같이 해요. So let's see. 동물들이 어디에서 뭘 해요? 이야기해 보세요. So this is also another verbal exercise. Now it's asking, what are the animals doing and where are they doing it? Okay. So let's go over the line first. Let's go over all of them and then translate. So we see a lion on the swings. We see a rabbit singing. We see an elephant eating. Bang, he's eating bread. And then we see a bear and a giraffe in school. That's very interesting. Okay, let's go over the line first. So, how should we ask the question? So we could say, 사자는 어디에서 뭘 해요? What is the lion doing? And where is he doing it? So we could say 사자는 공원에서 그네를 타요. So we say the location and then what he's doing. 공원에서, at the park. 사자는 공원에서 그네를 타요. Okay, and then the rabbit. She is singing. So we're gonna say 토끼는 공원에서 뭘 해요? What is the rabbit doing at the park? So we're gonna answer by saying 토끼는 공원에서 노래를 불러요. Okay? Or you could say 노래를 해요. Okay? 토끼는 공원에서 노래를 해요. Okay, and then the elephant. So we're gonna say 코끼리는 어디에서 빵을 먹어요? Where is the elephant eating bread? So we're gonna say 코끼리는 빵집에서 빵을 먹어요. Okay? Or you could say 빵 가게. I think we learned it as 빵 가게, but you can also say 빵집. But we're gonna say 빵 가게 because that's what we learned. So let me rephrase that. So we're gonna say 코끼리는 빵을 어디에서 먹어요? We're gonna say 코끼리는 빵 가게에서 빵을 먹어요. So we said the location, which is the 빵 가게, and then we said what he's doing. 빵을 먹어요. Last one, we can say, let's just do the bear because the bear is specifically reading a book. I think the giraffe is sleeping. The giraffe is in school sleeping. That's no. Okay, so let's go over what the bear is doing. So we're going to say, 곰은 학교에서 뭘 해요? What is the bear doing at school? So we're going to answer, 곰은 학교에서 책을 읽어요. So 학교에서, that means at school, 책을 읽어요. He's reading a book. Okay? It's actually pretty simple to ask these questions. You guys can ask these kind of questions in your everyday lives, like when you ask your mom where she's going and what she's doing, or your friend, your sister, your brother, anybody, okay? So we're almost done. Let's go to page 64. And it says, 써봐요. Now it's writing exercise. We're going to practice some writing. 여기는 어디예요? 써보세요. So we're just gonna write the location of these places in Korean. So I'm gonna say them first, and then if you guys can, try writing on your own before I show it. Okay, so the first one, we see a school, which is 학교. 학교. Okay. And then this one, we see it's a very poorly drawn park, but it is a 공원. It's a park. 공원. Next to that, we see a zoo with only 2 animals. This will be 동물원. 동물원. And then we see a swimming pool, so we're going to say 수영장. 수영장. And then last but not least, we see a store, so we're going to say 가게. Okay, so the first one was 학교. So make sure you write that. 학교. And then the next one was 공원, park. 공원. Next to that, it was the zoo. So it's 동물원. 동물원. Below that, we see a swimming pool, which was 수영장. So we're going to write 수영장. Last but not least, the store, which was 가게. So we're going to write 가게. Make sure to correctly spell each word. Try to memorize it. Try to practice writing it over and over again. Once again, I put a lot of scrap papers in the folder. Use it while you can. And then if not, we're going to go to our last page. So the last page is also another writing exercise. So it says 어디에서 뭘 해요? 써보세요. Alright, so first one we see 민수. Minsu is always swimming. So we're going to say, we're not going to ask the question. We're going to say just what they're doing. So we're going to say where they're doing what. So he is swimming in the swimming pool. So how would we translate that? We would say 수영장에서 수영을 해요. Now they give us 수영을. Okay, so we're gonna add 수영장에서 수영을 해요. That means he is swimming at the swimming pool. Okay, and then the next one, we see a girl at the zoo and she is watching or looking at an elephant. So we're gonna say she is seeing or watching an elephant at the zoo. So how would we translate that? We would say 동물원에서, so we say the place first. 동물원에서 코끼리를, they give us 코끼리를, so 동물원에서 코끼리를, and she's looking. So we're going to say 봐요. 동물원에서 코끼리를 봐요. Okay. Next one, we see a boy and he is reading a book, okay? So, in his room, okay? So, how would we say that? We would say he's reading a book in his room. So, 방에서 책을 읽어요. He's reading a book in his room. 방에서, which is the place in his room. They give us 책을, and then we're going to end it with 읽어요. Now, 읽어요 is a little tricky to write because there's a 리을 and a 기역 on the bottom, so make sure to write both letters. Don't forget one of them. 읽어요. 읽어요. Okay. Last one, we see a girl. She is riding her bike at the park. So we're gonna say she's riding a bike at the park. So how will we translate that? They give us 자전거를. So we're gonna say 공원에서. We say the place first. 공원에서 자전거를 타요. Okay? So the first one was 수영장에서 수영을 해요. Next one, 동물원에서 코끼리를 봐요. And then 방에서 책을 읽어요. Last one, 공원에서 자전거를 타요. Alright. Make sure to correctly fill in the right answers. Okay. Yeah, today's lesson was pretty easy. This is the end. Try to practice what we learned. As I say this every week, try to utilize everything in your everyday lives, in your conversations at home with family and friends, okay? But for today, this is the end. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all next week. Bye!